Hey everybody. Yeah, you're probably wondering what's up, right? Well, here's the deal. You're like, what is a broom, hanger, over door hanger, a pillow, have to do with your martial arts training? Well, after you finish doing the training, you have to clean up, then you have to take it. I'm just kidding, all right? We're actually going to use these things in an ingenious way to help you train at home, all right? Training at home offers a lot of challenges. Got to kind of think, on the fly, come up with things. Unless you got a gym, you can take your gym with you. That's different, but we don't. All right. So we're going to work on how these things are going to work for you. Okay. So broom, over the door hook, hanger, and a pillow. And of course, it's very tempting to go take a nap right now, but I'm not going to. All right. So look, I'm not going to take off my gi, but you can take off your own gi. But I have a gi right over here that we're going to use. All right, so you use your own gi. Just take it off. You don't have to have it on. All right, but what we're going to do is we're going to take that, put the gi on the hanger. All right, this is all going to help you with your jiu-jitsu, judo, things of that nature. We're going to take this, find a door, right, that you're not going to have to, you don't have to worry about beating it up or anything like that. It's not going to get beat up or anything. But make sure you just got some room that you can work with. We're going to take that hook over the top, hang the gi up, just like this here. Pretty simple stuff. So on the side over there, I'm just going to take this, and you can work your uchikomi. So if you come off to the side over there, Josiah, then I'm going to work like, for instance, we did a throw, I think about 4 weeks ago, Moretesio Inagi, all right? Two-handed shoulder throw, all right? We started with the grip coming on the inside, so I go over the top on the grip, change this grip here. Again, step in, my elbow goes across, make sure I turn my wrist. Remember, we talked about curling the wrist like this here, not like this. We curl, I step in, heel inside on the big toe, check it up over here, make sure I'm checking my time, bring my heels together, and then we turn, right? So you can work that as uchikomi. 1, 2, 3. You can do sotogari. 1. You can do koshigoroman. 1. You can do all sorts of different drills to help you to be able to work. You can actually come back inside. You can work getting your grips starting out, how you do your grip entry, coming in, changing your grips, coming inside, changing grip setups, getting inside, that kind of stuff. So it's a great little training tool that you can use on there, all right? Then we take the gi top and one pillow, custom interior portion of the pillow. You take this guy right here, put him over the gi, come down inside your guard, and I can work my chokes, coming in, cross collar underneath, moving, coming inside, move him to the side, bring him back inside, working on half cross collar, kata jujijime right here, name jujijime coming around, moving, and working those types of things here. Coming inside, getting your grip set up on this side over here. If you have your belt, you can actually tie your belt around the gi as well to make it stay in. I'm not going to go on all that, but you can just take your belt, tie it around. But you come inside, get the grip inside here, put your foot, hip escape, come back inside, and scissor sweep to the mount, hold, and kata jujijime. You can come back inside here, close it up again, gonna work inside, change your grip. You do a lot of your drills. Overhook arm control, coming inside and off to the side here. You can come inside where you have the grip, sit up, and guess what? Tap, man, tap, tap, tap. Don't have any pride or ego, tap. Oh wait, getting a little carried away. Coming inside here, you can come in, work, and hip bump sweep, komodo sweep, all of those types of things you can work, all right?
Show that pillow who's boss.
That's right, man. Choked him so hard, popped his head right off. All right, coming inside, I can work real technical drills on arm lock. I'm the winner. All right, you come inside, you can work fast arm locks, speed arm locks from here. You can come inside where you come around. Inside, you can come inside here, work your Americanas, coming inside here, coming in, coming back, those types of things, all right? Actually, that was backwards. I got so carried away coming inside here. My Lord have mercy. It's amazing what the difference an arm inside a gi makes, right? So anyway, you can have a lot of fun with your pillow and your gi top. All right? Now, we talked about, again, going back, the broom. What in the world is the broom for? All right? Take the broom, or if you have a bigger broom, you can use a bigger broom. You can do Swiffer thingy, whatever, all right? Just coming inside here, and you can come in. 1, 2, working in. 3,
Amazing.
come around. 1, that type of stuff. You can also work your broom. Are you ready for it?
I am so ready.
Sweeps. 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 So your sweeps, all right? So let's talk about that just for a second. Just like this makes this sound, you want to make this sound. So when you're working with this, you want to make sure that coming around, because any sweep that you do, Kuriashi Harai, Society Suri Komiyashi, Deashi Harai, whatever, all right? When I come down, of course, I want to off balance Kazushi and then drop down like this, but I want my foot to come, and I don't want to kick. It's not like a kick. It's not like Hiza Goromo where I'm blocking, or Kosotogaki where I'm blocking this way here. I want to sweep, all right? And it's not a gari. I'm not hooking the leg either. I want to come around and sweep. See? Sweep. So when I'm doing this motion here, I'm going to pull and sweep. So I come around and sweep. Here, coming around, sweep. Make sure I'm coming around, right? It's a good little way to practice your sweeps. Okay? So, there's another thing there for you, all right? So now come over here if you don't mind, because now I'm going to show you another thing that you can do. You can find a door in your house, all right? A good, strong, sturdy door, like maybe a front door or something like that. So coming around, you take your belt off. It's really important that you find, right here, the center hinge, okay? Now, mom and dad might not let you do this, or you might be mom and dad, and you might not want to do this. I'm going to show you that it can work. You take the end of your belt, you're going to stick it inside, just like this, so it comes through. Then you bring it around, and you bring it back inside, just like this here. It's like if you're a husband and you train jiu-jitsu, and unless your wife is willing to like work with you on guard pulls, you're kind of lost, right? So, and of course, all you judo guys, you guys never pull guard anyway, so don't worry about it, all right? Guard, we don't need guard, all right, that kind of stuff, all right? But anyway, whatever. And you're gonna take this here, and you're just gonna close, make sure the belt's not cinched up in there, make sure it's not turned over, and you take the door and just close it, just like this here. And now you have 2 of these, and you can come in and you can work on your guard pull. So you're gonna step in, make sure you come inside here, then you're gonna put your foot up and down, and look at that. You can actually come inside and act like you're pulling guard, all right? Because again, here, so all you jiu-jitsu players who never, ever stand up and never, ever want to do a takedown or a throw, and you just want to pull guard, you can get your guard fix in, all right? So you can come inside here, and you get to come inside and here, and pull, and up again, and stepping in, and pull. And you can change the other side. Hey, you're not going to try any daily Hiva stuff, nothing here like that, but at least you can get to where you can come inside and really work your guard pulls. All right, if you want a softer surface, you can actually go outside. Pause. So, talking about guard pulls, and I was thinking I can actually make a sling out of my belt, and just kidding.
Oh, that's mean.
Sorry, Gypsy. But you can actually pull guard outside if mama doesn't want you doing it on the door. You can come around here and you can become a tree hugger. Stop laughing, all right? And from here, act like I got my sleeves right there, and I can step and I can pull guard outside, all right? Don't wear your white gi because, man, if you wear your white gi, it's gonna have a bunch of grass stains. You have to do some explaining on what's going on, all right? So you step in, of course, and you pull guard, all right? But the deal is, you can also be a he-man about it and do it no sandals. You can do it barefoot.
Yeah.
So you're gonna come inside and pull guard, all right? And so you can come inside. Of course, you're not gonna close the guard on the tree or anything like that. So that's one thing that we're talking about too. And you just do it repetitive. Make sure you don't have any rocks or branches or anything like that on the ground outside, but just some things that you can actually work to get better and improve. Going back to the door lights, all right, we can actually go and do the same thing we did on the guard pull portion of it, but go to the top hinge, all right? The top hinge, again, make sure the door is super sturdy. Make sure it's like one of your main exterior doors because those are really framed really well. Typically the load bearing, and so they have a lot of support inside the structure of the house. So we go inside, make it a little bit even, make sure it's not cinched up inside there, pull it out, and then just close the door. And then you can actually work your uchikome drills and actually work where you can put some oomph behind it. So like if I was going to come inside and I was going to work Moritasuyo Inagi again, like we talked about before, I can come in and actually pull and really get inside and turn. And make sure I come inside and turn. Inside and turn. Make sure I get inside and turn, all right? So you can come inside, you can work all the type of uchikome, go back and forth with it, and actually get some good meat behind it where you can actually work and get some resistance to where you can work your turns and your entries, all right? So we just went through and showed you some real simple ways to be able to work with some of the material that you might have in your home. And so that's a really cool thing. If you want to get a little bit more intricate, here's some instructions on how to make an Inochi buddy. That is a very cool thing to have as far as being able to work your uchikome, your hapanokozushi, and some of the throws and takedowns and stuff like that, and some of the grappling drills that we're going to be doing as well for the solo drills. So take a moment if you have the time to make this. It's a really cool thing to have around. It doesn't take much to be able to do, and a lot of effort or nothing like that. What you're going to need 3 pretty big towels, all right, bath towels, a belt, all right, of any kind, or a rope or something like that. You're going to need, of course, a belt, and then gi, 2 broomsticks that are about the same size, or 2 poles that are about the same size, and 2 pillows, okay? And it's not that difficult to do. So watch here, we're going to try to move really fast. I'll speed up the video, so I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I'll explain what I'm going to do, and then I'll edit the video, speed it up so you're not having to sit here for like, you know, an hour this time. We're going to take 3 towels. We're going to lay them down just like this here. All right, so that happened really fast. Sped that portion up. You take the 3 towels and you're just going to roll them really tight. I'm going to speed this portion, but I'll take it in normal speed first to show you just we want to roll it up tight, just like this. Once you start the process, then you just roll. Nice. Now you grab your gi top. You can use your own gi. You can use somebody else's gi. Just make sure you let them know that you borrowed it. Now you're going to take the gi and you're basically going to slide it across like this here. You're going to shove it in both ends, all right, inside the arms. So I reach inside the arm here to help me kind of pull it through so it doesn't bunch up. Good, so you line that up straight there. What I also do sometimes, I'll take hair bands and I'll wrap around the end here, tighten it up really nice and tight. That way, when I'm doing like Juji drills and things of that nature where people are defending, I can take the hair bands and tie it together and give me that little feel of resistance when I'm trying to break free to be able to do when I'm actually working like a side arm lock, something like that, okay? Just a little tip for you. So now we take a pillow, 1 pillow, and I make sure that I put the open side up inside the jacket, just like this here. And I go a little high with it, and then I fold it over, just like this here. That way I know where I'm going. But now I'm going to take it back out. I'm going to take the poles, stick the screw side up on top so I have the soft side on the bottom. Whatever's going to give you a better footing is the side you want out the bottom of the legs there, okay? But I'm going to take this here, and now I take my belt, and I'm going to tighten this thing up here. I want, of course, the buckle in the front, and then we'll come back. All right, so I took this. I happen to have a belt that I can use, so one of those old slide-through belts. You can actually use a rope, something like that. Make sure you talk to your wife or your husband. If you're a lady who owns a dojo, make sure you talk to your wife or husband, your partner, about which pillow to use. This just happens to be my pillow, so it's my pillow. Right. So I take this here, put this inside here, just like this, lay this down right there. Then I take the pants. Slide the leg through. Go. Now, the reason I use two pillows, some guys only use one pillow or they'll stuff both pillows up inside, is I take this side here and make sure, again, the open side's on the top. Actually, no, on this one I put the open side down on the bottom because it's going inside the pants. And I make it even with the other pillow right here, okay? Now we take, and this is kind of the difficult part, I'm using my son's gi because it's a little bit, fits a little bit better and on the pillows. But you can use your own gi, like I said, it just wraps up. You're gonna shove both of these pillows down inside the pants. All right, so now we got a good section of the pillows down inside the pants there. This is the part that you have to really, really focus on, all right? And that is getting this thing tied tight, okay? And so I'm going to really take my foot here and pull this string. I'm using a gi with parachute cord inside the rope portion of it. If you got more of a traditional gi that's got the canvas rope, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get it tight, but you have to really work at getting it tight, because if this comes loose, then the whole, I call this guy George. George, everything comes off, his pants will fall off. So we come here, pull, take my foot, hold that tight, come through, hold this tight here. Once I know it's tight, then I might just take my little toe there so I can get a little tighter, and eventually pop my toe out, and then pull. I want this as tight as we can get it. And we'll take this, make a double knot. And the same on this pillow here too. You want this to be as tight as you can get it too, because you don't want it to pop out eventually and then the poles pop out of the top, okay? So when we do this here, I bring this over and try to get the collar as tight as I can around. The reason like I said before, I like using the two pillows is because now this actually gives me a head. So when I'm working my newaza, yoke shukatame, Keisutami, Kazuri Keisutami, things of that nature, that from here, I actually have something I can work. When I'm working my chokes as well, if I was sitting up and had the back and all that kind of good stuff, I could work all my chokes as well, all right? Harakajime, Katahijime, so on and so forth, to where they actually are really applicable and I can actually work and show the effectiveness of the technique. All right, so we take the belt, just like this here. I always make a joke of this, that I try to be technically correct. Stripes, for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu anyway. I know in Judo they don't do a lot of stripes. Make this tight here. Bring the right side over the left. And this is a great little tool for the kids to practice how to tie the belts too. Then over the top. And tight. So now what happens is that if they, if it starts coming apart and stuff, you can actually do the lessons of, see how much trouble our senseis have to come around, tie your belt all the time. Now you got to take care of your own guy. You got to be your own teacher, take care of your students. All right, so from right here, like I said before, I'm going to show you that little 4-step drill that Sensei Model showed us. But this gives us something that we can actually work with, all right? So the legs, they work around, so you can grab the sleeve, things of that nature, work. Abano Kazushi. that kind of stuff. All right, gives them something they can drill. And like I said before, on the chokes, you can actually work and kata Jimmy right here, and it's an effective way to show how the chokes actually work, you know, all the way through. And you can practice throws with it. They can do uchikomi, you know, that kind of stuff, coming back and forth, and then actually doing the throws and actually seeing what the throws do. Of course, he's much easier to throw. Your judo is going to look really good. It's going to feel really good. It's like Dr. Kano says, play with an empty jacket. It's going to feel like it, because of course, George here doesn't weigh more than, you know, I think that's 30 pounds, something like that, right? So it's going to be the best uke you ever had. You're going to stand up, hop in okuzushi, 8 methods of off balance, we talked about it. Getting somebody on their heels, whoa. Getting them on their toes, getting them on the side of their foot, all right, getting them on the other side of the foot, and getting them on the back heel this way, and getting them on their pinky toes, and going back both ways with that, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, all right? So the way we do that is with the hands too, okay? So again, for all my GT and all my smarty kids, you guys are gonna be like, Mr. Haven, that's your left hand. I know it's my left hand, but wave at the screen. There you go, your right hand's waving on the same side. So it looks that way. That's why I'm doing it, just to help you out. But I do want to say that, right? So this is actually my left hand, but it looks like you're right. So I'm going to say it's my right side for your benefit, okay? So we take the right hand, put it on the lapel. Take the left hand, put it on the sleeve. If I'm going to push somebody backwards, I want to lift the lapel and I want to push the elbow out. So we go like this here, right? And I'm going to step with the leg that's on the steering hand because I want to steer them back that way. My power hand's doing the job anyway. When I go back, I want to lift the lapel this way and kind of come up like this here as I step back with my power leg, all right? So we come back here, all right? Good. Now when I go to the side over here, I'm going to take them over to the left side. I'm going to lift their elbow up and I'm going to push the lapel this way, steer the elbow out. So I step here, okay? Now if I want to take them the other way, I'm going to pull the lapel this way and I'm going to steer the elbow in, like into the pocket, as I step to the side. Now we're going to go in box number 1. When I go in box number 1, I take the lapel and I drive it over their shoulder and take the hand down, put it in the pocket, and I step. Good. Now I'm going to go in box number 3. So I pull the lapel, lift the elbow this way. Good. Now I'm going to go in box number 2. I take the lapel over the shoulder and shove the elbow in the pocket and step in here. Now I'm going to go in box number 4. So we come back this way and pull the lapel here. So let's go. 1, 2, lift. 3, lift the elbow and steer. 4, lift the lapel, put the elbow in the pocket. Good. 5, push the elbow over the shoulder, elbow in the pocket. Good. And 6, we're going to pull and lift. Good. 7, over the shoulder, elbow in the pocket on this side. Good. 8, back this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, follow my hands. 5, truck driver. 6, 7, 8. Good job. Now, grab your Inochi buddy. Say hello, George. Here we go. So now we're going to work with him. Again, grabbing the sleeve and the lapel. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't forget what the hands are doing. 7 and 8. Go. All right? That is a drill you can be doing on your own. All right? Make sure the hands are doing what they're supposed to be doing. You can practice that. You can press pause right now. Go do it as often as you want to. And like I said, these little drills like this, sometimes they're a little bit boring. They're not that exciting. But it's up to you to make them exciting. Because in my mind, I'm seeing the face that George is making when I go back. It's like, oh, I'm making it here. And I'm looking at all the opportunities for the throws I have. I'm just not moving. Going, oh, 1, 2, each Nissan. I'm actually imagining what's taking place when that's happening, okay? And I'm actually having fun with it, all right? Because again, when things are a little bit boring, sometimes we're like, I don't want to do that, all right? And things that are usually kind of not good for us are really exciting. I mean, think about ice cream. Come on, man. You know, pistachio and, you know, Rocky Road. Oh my gosh, man, my heart's starting to race right now. When that ice cream truck come through the neighborhood, I hear that thing going out, zoop, and take off inside, try to find the nickel that I had inside the house, and zoop, back outside, try to get me something out of that ice cream truck, chase it down. So excited. Then I would hear like broccoli. Exactly, that's about the face I made too. You know, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, all right? And I told you the story before. I put peas under my plates because I couldn't handle it. I was like, I'm done. And my mom picked up my plate and there's a circle of peas underneath there. And then some other things would happen. That wouldn't be good. But anyway, as I got older, man, I was just watching the Food Network kitchen, the kitchen, and man, they were talking about asparagus and grilling. I was like, oh my gosh, I was getting excited because my taste had changed. I understand how good those things are for me, and of course, understanding how to cook it and stuff is awesome too. I still get excited about ice cream too, but the things that we are excited about are things that we actually do more. And most of the time, the things that are good for us are not as exciting as the things that are bad for us. So I want you to take time. I want you to think about how to make this hapanoku sushi a little more exciting. Imagine their faces. And imagine what the throws you got. It's a really fun thing to do, okay? Next thing we're going to do is our 4-step entry drill. So our 4-step entry drill here. We're coming inside. Remember, it's when I'm inside this position. Remember again, this is my left, but it's your right. So we're going to act like this is the right side, this is the left side. But really on these entry drills, it doesn't matter if it's right or left, okay? What matters is which leg steps forward and how we respond to that, and which leg steps backwards, because you can go the same way on either side. We're just picking 4 different throws in this, all right, to show you what opportunity does. Remember, movement equals opportunity, whether it's your movement or whether it's somebody else's movement, the movement you create or the movement they make. When they move, there's opportunity for you to be able to work because that's an off-balancing motion most of the time on movement, okay? So if they bring this leg forward on this side, okay, I'm going to take the same leg and step outside of that leg and then swing my other leg outside and then bring it up, all right? So when I come here, the leg comes forward, I step, swing it out, and then up, all right? They step forward, I go out and up, all right? So on my level 1, level 2 guys, you guys can do the same motion. Just go with me and just think about it, okay? This leg steps forward, I step out and around, right? Now, when they take that leg and step backwards, when they go back, not forward, they step backwards, I slide my foot in, and then I swing this foot around, and then pivot my body and turn. I should be able to see the camera when I'm done, okay? So they step back, leg goes in front right here, then I swing it around here, and look. Hi, that's what we're trying to do, okay? So again, they step back, here, and turn. All right, so now they're going to step forward. They step forward, step out and around. Good. They step back. I step across and turn. Hello. Good. Now they're going to take the other leg, all right? And they're going to step forward with the other leg. I'm going to go inside their leg, slide this leg up, and then lift this leg and turn, all right? They step forward again. Slide my leg inside, slide up, and hook and turn. Let's do that again. They step forward. I go in, and turn. Now they're going to step backwards. So they step back. When they step back, I'm going to take this foot this way and sweep this foot across here on the other foot. So this leg steps back. This foot's still here. I go here and sweep. All right? So they step back, here, and sweep. So they step forward with this leg, step in, and reap it. They step back with that leg, step and sweep. They step forward with this leg, step outside and here. They step back with this leg, step across and turn. Good. Now they step forward this leg. We go in and reap. They step back with this leg, go across and sweep that leg. All right, so here, I want you guys to still do the same thing. Level 1, level 2 guys, all right, do the same thing. Focus on doing that with the legs only. Don't worry about the hands. All right, my adult beginners, teens beginners, everybody else, we're going to incorporate the hands now. So they step forward this leg. Now I step across, lift this hand up, truck driver motion, swing this leg around. Solta gai. So we go here and here. All right, now they step back. So I'm going to step across, lift with this hand, check the time on this hand, swing myself around and pivot and look around. See, I'm still checking my time. Looking, okay? They go again. So they step back with that leg here. Good. Now from here, they're going to step forward with this leg. So I slide this leg in. I take the lapel over the shoulder, box number 2 over here, and I bring this elbow in, slide this leg in, and lift. Good. They bring this leg in, I step in, lift, hook and back. Good, now they bring that leg back over there. So now from here, I'm going to bring this foot around here, and I'm going to take this hand, remember thumb on the mat, over here, lift and sweep, all right? So they step back and sweep, okay? Let's go back to number one, all right? Step forward. Oh, solto, got it. Major outside leg reap, all right? Step back with that leg. I step across, lift, check my time, put my foot on the outside, and turn, and drop them over my body. Tai atoshi, all right? Body drop. They're gonna step forward with this leg. I step inside, lift, o, uchi, gari. All right, major inside leg reap. Now they're gonna step back with that leg on this side. This foot's still up here. I'm gonna step across here, de, ashi, harai. All right, advancing foot sweep. So they come back, step back with that leg. I step and I advance and foot sweep. All right, we're gonna work it with Bob now. All right, or George, should I say? Sorry. I don't know why I keep calling him Bob. I think Bob's at the academy, but look, George's got legs. He's cooler than Bob. All right, so look, here we go. He's gonna step forward with this leg. I'm gonna come outside and around and also to guide. He's gonna step backward with that leg. I come across, lift, check my time, turn, and my foot's on the outside, and he would go over my body, tai atoshi. He's gonna step forward with the other leg. I come up inside, hook, and o uchigari. He steps back with that leg, and de ashikarai. So it's just 4 motions, 4 throws, all it is. The foot steps forward, foot steps backward. The other foot steps forward and backward. All right? So when he steps forward, let's do the throw now. O, soto, got it. All right? Now he's going to step backwards. Watch what I do. I come inside. Now as I pivot, watch what I do. I check my time and turn, and he drops over. Try that. Good job. Tai atoshi. Okay? Now he's going to step forward. I step in, hook, and lift, and down. Oh, uchigari. Got it? Very good job. All right? Now he's going to step backwards with this foot. I'm going to step to the side here, and de ashikarai. Advancing foot sweep. Okay? See how that worked? Good. So here we go. Let's try it again. Oh, sotogari. Steps forward. Tai atoshi. He steps backwards. At that time. Steps forward. Oh, uchigari. He steps backwards. De ashikarai. All right? See how that works? Shishun Huntai is a fundamental natural posture. This posture works pretty much in any discipline that you do. What we do is we open up shoulder to shoulder and a half width. Our heels are sort of facing each other a little bit on an angle. Most of the weight's in our toes, not up where our heels are up off the mat like this here, but the weight is forward into our toes. Our knees are bent right here just like this. And my hands are up, center line. Elbows tucked in tight, just like this here. Say hi to Miss Lisa. Oh, she says bye. Bye, Miss Lisa. Hands are up just like this here. And my back is rolled, my shoulders are rolled, chin is tucked, and I'm really good base balance, small, right? Shizun Huntai. If you notice this position, what does it look like for our wrestlers? Well, it looks like a square stance in our wrestling. All right, what does it look like for jiu-jitsu? It looks like a beginning stance in jiu-jitsu. If I'm standing here like this and striking, I wouldn't stand here, but I would be in what we call Jigo Huntai, all right? But it's the same situation, all right? So the way I know that I'm in this position here, if I'm standing straight, look, my hands are right here on my thighs, not really doing anything. But when I bend my knees, watch where my hands go. They go down, all right? But if I bend over without bending my knees, my hands go down. So it's not a matter of getting my hands to go right here inside my thighs any way I can, all right? I want to make sure that I don't bend over to make that happen, and I don't want to turn my hands in to make that happen, all right? When I bend my knees and my feet are in the proper position, watch my hands, and I bend the knees, and I keep my back bowed a little bit, shoulders rolled, chin tucked, my hands automatically go right inside the thighs, just like this here. All right, same set from the side here. They're right here on my thighs. If I bend over, they go down. If I turn my hands in, they go down. Both wrong, but when I do my feet, get my feet turned in the right spot, where my heels are facing each other, put the weight in my toes, bend my knees, keep my back curved a little bit, keep my posture up, shoulders rolled, chin tucked, right here. Now automatically my hands go inside. That's why we call this Shizen Huntai. All right? It's a good posture to be in. Hands up, square stance wrestling, hands up judo, hands up jiu-jitsu, those types of things. Shizen Huntai. From here, how do we move? Really important. Notice that when I first started moving here to pick this foot up, my whole body went this way. I don't want to do that, all right? Because if I do this now, all of my weight is on this leg here. This leg is free to be swept, grabbed, taken down. Also, I can be spun, I can be pulled, I can be thrown, all right? Because I'm locked down here. I don't want that. So when I go forward in this drill called a Yumiashi, I pick my toes up just a little bit in Shizen Huntai, and I just slide this foot straight forward, just like this here, all right? Notice that when I do that, I don't lean this way. I come forward, 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 forward. Listen to the ground. See that? And when I go back, I pick my heels up. Some of you kids think it's like Michael Jackson, like moonwalk. Really bad moonwalk. I used to be able to do it. Hold on, let me see. I can't do it. All right, so anyway, don't be trying it, Evan. All right, here we go. So we go back. I want to pick my heels up, just like this here, okay? So again, when I go forward, I'm not rocking back and forth, all right? And I'm going back. Good smile. And I'm not rocking back and forth, all right? Shizen Huntai. So this is called a Yumiashi. I'm going to go forward and back. I don't want to cross my feet. And forward, let's go. I don't want to be rocking back and forth. I don't want my hands up here. They're inside. I don't want to be bending over. Notice that I want to make sure my posture stays the same. My stance stays the same. You're working that. Good. Let's go forward. Let's go back. Yumiashi. Good. Now, back in the day in judo, when I first started judo, we would do that for like 20 minutes in the class. Talk about boring, all right? But it really helped. So, if you got 20 minutes extra time, which I know you do, all right? You can go try it. I know you probably won't do it. But do it as much as you can, all right? So take a few moments, pause the video, go and find a spot where you can do it. Put a little timer on. Don't go fast. We're not going, all right? We're not shuffling the feet. We're not rocking. It's not about that. It's about doing it as fast as you can. Notice again that I'm not rocking back and forth. My posture is still where it needs to be. Moving, moving, back and forward. All right? That's a Yumiashi. All right? Go work. A Yumiashi. Did you do it? Cool. All right? Did you do some Michael Jackson moonwalking? I know you did, Evan. All right, so here we go. What we're going to be doing, next stance we're going to be working what's called Sugiashi, but it's not from Shizen Huntai, it's from Jigo Huntai. Jigo Huntai means a defensive posture. So in Shizen Huntai, I'm here, right? Kind of here, all right? But when I come here, this is a good starting position. I've got good solid base right here. But when I really need to defend, I want to get myself a little bit lower. So if I'm moving a little bit more, striking a lot is in Jigo Huntai, okay? And what I do with that is I'm same situation, all right? I want to go down just like we did before, hands on the inside of the thigh, but on this one, I bring my right leg back and I pivot, just like we did when we did last week's Inochi 10, which is a fortress kata. We were here, right? And I step straight back and I turn. That is all we're doing, all right? So when I'm coming here, I come back, and I turn. The reason I keep my hands here is because it makes me not go like this when I move. See how my hands went up and they went down. I don't want to be doing that. So if I'm here and I go back in my fighting stance, I'm here, I move back, I want to move back. I don't want to come up in here. Because when I come up to move, all the weight goes in this leg. Easy to sweep this leg, take me down on this side, throw me, all sorts of stuff. It's hard for me to move when that's happening. So when I go back, I'm here, all right? It's all about lightening the load on the feet and being light on your feet and being able to be mobile without locking your feet down to be able to be easy to be taken down. All right, so that's why we put our hands again from here. We open the feet just where they're supposed to be. Tuck the chin, roll the shoulders, bend the knees, hands on the inside. Now I'm in the right spot. All right, again here. That's where I'm in the right spot. Bring the right leg back, and now we're here. Jigo Hontai, all right? This is called Hidari Jigotai. That means my left leg is in the front in my defensive stance. So Jigo Hontai, but if I want to call which side is in front, I would say Hidari, which is left, and Jigotai. Hidari Jigotai. Jigo Hontai is our defensive stance. Shizen Hontai is our natural stance. But if we identify which leg is in the front, then we say Hidari instead of Jigo Hontai. We say Hidari Jigotai. All right, so we're in Hidari Jigotai. So now, I'm going to be facing you, so I'm a little backwards. So I'm going to go and put my left leg back, but you bring your right leg back, okay? So it looks like now that we're in the same side. We're mirroring each other. So that means your left leg will be forward, my right leg will be forward. But we're going to call it, for your sake, Hidari Jigotai. And what we do is we take this front foot and we slide out and then slide, slide, slide. Notice my hands stay in the same spot. And then I go back, and back, and back, and back, and back. I'm not going up and I'm not going down, all right? Staying level when I move. Good drill here to help you to be able to move. So notice now from the side, right? I'm going to go Hidari Jigotai. That means my left leg is in the front. Shizen Hontai, but now I'm in Jigotai. Left leg in front, Hidari Jigotai. When I go backwards now, look. And I don't bring my feet together. Really important, okay? I don't do this. And I don't go up and then down. I stay here. Shoulder and a half, shoulder width. Shoulder and a half, shoulder width. When I go forward, my feet are still on the mat, all right? Just like this here. See that? When I'm going forward, look again. We're shoulder wide, shoulder and a half. I go Hidari Jigotai. See how I have that space in between my feet? When I go forward, I don't start doing this. See, all of a sudden the space is gone. My feet are in line with each other. Now I'm moving sideways. I don't want to move sideways. I want to stay in my stance. All right? And then I go back. Now we're going to switch to McGee Jigotai. Now we go forward. And we go back. Now we go Hidari Jigotai. Now we go forward. And we go back. Now we go to McGee Jigotai. And we go forward. Then we go back. All right, again, these things, when we did these drills back in the day, we do them forever, all right? Along with our ukemi. That was all we did for the first year in judo, was just ukemi and these Ayumi and Sugiashi, Tai Sabaki, those types of things, all right? Because that's what's building the foundation. And that's very, very important, okay? Because if you don't have a proper foundation, you can't build the house. That's why we always go back and visit these drills, but we also add fun in there too, right? That's important, because we want you to want to come back to class. And if all you did when you came to class is, you know, Umiyashi, Sugiyashi, you probably not want to come back to class. So what we do though is we give you these drills to do on your own, all right? We want to try to make it fun, keep it fun, but this discipline of doing these little details and taking care of the small things is really going to help you. So take a few moments, press pause, go out there and work. All right, I think you've been away long enough. So here we go. Come on, let's get started on some other stuff, okay? Now we're going to do a thing called Tai Sabaki. Tai Sabaki is super important, right? How to move on the ground, okay? Really important as far as moving your feet on the ground, but switching your base. When I go forward, if I try to step like this, notice again that when I do this, the weight is not, my hip is inside my knee. So that means I'm heavy on the leg and I want to go this way. In order to make that not happen, I have to go like this if I want to move my leg straight forward to switch my base. If I go on the outside like this, I can, but there's a moment that I'm like whoop, a little off balance. So when we go forward, I want to take this foot and I want to bring it, I'm in here, hands on the inside, I want to bring it in, circle shoulder, and then out. So I make a small circle and come in. So when I'm going in, I go in and out. When I do this, it makes me line up. See how I'm really nice and even over my base. And then I go back out, and then I drop my weight. Then I go in and I switch. Notice my shoulders go back. In and switch. Now when I'm going backwards, all right, switch my base. I didn't switch my base. I'm going to take this foot. If I go in like this to go back, now all the weight is on this leg. So I want to now take my leg and make a circle going out. That lets me pivot and do a good job of keeping my base. When I go forward, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Now when I go backwards, we're going to go out and in. Notice I'm not rocking back and forth. Look at where my head is. My head stays right in the middle of that column right back there. And then when I come back, here. So this is called Tai Sabaki. There's other drills that we do with Tai Sabaki where we go 45s, 45s, 45 back, 45 back, and then we go all the way 180, that's 90 degrees, sorry, 90 degree. Then we go 180, then we go 180, and then we go 360, big circles. We're not going to mess with that. We try to incorporate it into a functional drill for you on how to be able to switch your base. Accomplishing the same thing. Tai Sabaki. Good. Take a few moments. Go practice. Very good. Okay, here's what we're going to do next now, okay? We're going to come out. We're going to put all this together with our hands here. It's important that I don't start doing this, all right? My hands are here on the inside because I am true to my base. I'm paying attention to feedback, all right? If I'm honest about what's happening here, then I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do a good job. If I'm not, and I'm like, okay, and I'm cheating a little bit to get my hands to stay there, that's not going to work, okay? If my hands start coming up, it's because my legs are straightening. If my hands stay down with my legs straight, it's because I'm bending over, all right? If my hands are turning on the inside, it's because I'm bringing my hands inside. I shouldn't. My hands should stay just like this, and they should drop. Notice my hands didn't go together. The reason my hands went inside is because my knees went out a little bit, right? Because I'm inside my fighting stance, all right? Defensive stance, Jigotai, Jigohutai, Shisenhuntai, all right? From here, that's where I'm at, right? So we're going to work all the way through. We're going to move forward, you can switch, you can come back, you can switch, you can come here, you can walk, you can go straight back, you can turn, you can come, you can pivot all the way around, you can move, but again, it's all about lateral movement, turning, keeping those knees bent. Practice that real quick, take a few seconds, we'll come back. Cool, now hands up. Remember again, we talk about this all the time. What needs to go from here to here? Great, we need to try to stick it in, all right? Hands inside, hands up, just like in center line position, framing. Just like when we were doing star block, Achi-Ten, all that stuff. All right, same thing here. Wrestling, same thing here. Judo, same thing here. Jiu-Jitsu, striking, it all goes right here, okay? So now, when I'm here, I want to make sure, again, that I'm not standing tall. We don't fight like this, and we don't do Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, anything. We have good base. So hands up. Now, same deal. If my hands were here, then it would be where they're supposed to be. But now I'm going to move. Switch. Switch. whatever hand, whatever leg's in front is the hand that's in front. If I switch, this hand goes. If I switch, this hand goes. So I'm moving around. Make sure your posture's good. Make sure you're not crossing your feet. Don't bring your feet together. Don't pick your foot up. Don't rock back and forth. All right, we're moving. All right? Very good. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Good. Do that for about a minute, 2 minutes. Sounds good, right? You should make sure your heart rate goes up. You should break a little bit of a sweat. Have fun. And we're coming back. Remember, on our break falls, we'll do some standing break falls today, or ukemi, all right? We're going to go back, keep my chin tucked. I don't want my head hitting the ground at all. I try not to let my shoulders hit the ground at all, right? When I come back, again, I'm slapping right next to my hips. I cross up here, then come up here, then back up. Ready? Each. Knee, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju, each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, and knee ju, each, knee, san, shi, go, roku, shishi, hachi, ku, and sanju. Very good, all right? That's working our back break fall, okay? Maukame, urukame, some people call it, all right? All right, so that means I'm falling behind you, all right? What I'm going to do now is our side, yoko kame, all right? When I go to the side, yoko, so like a side kick is yoko giri. This is side break fall, all right? So I'll make sure I don't go straight back like we just did. I would go straight back, right? On this one, I'm going to go to the side, okay? When I go to the side on this, I want to make sure that my foot doesn't go on the mat, all right? I want to make sure my foot's up. I want to make sure this foot, the ball of the foot's down, knee is up. This hand slaps the mat next to my hips, just like this here, and I'm on my side. My other hand is up to protect myself. Most of the time, if I'm getting thrown and I fall like this arm will actually be being held by my friend who threw me, you want to call him that, and they're going to be holding onto my arm. But my arm needs to be active. If it does become free, I need to be able to keep it up, so that way I can defend myself, right? When I get up, it's like a technical stand-up almost, but I'm not going to actually use this leg at all. I pick this leg up and kick myself up, but I'm going to switch it all the way out now and bring in the other side. And I fall this way, so it's actually not like a technical stand-up, I apologize. But I'm kind of in the same position, all right? If I was going to stand up, I would actually come up and then put my hand down and then go and technical stand-up. But we're just doing this drill here where we're just falling inside, right? Doing 30 of them. So I come up here and move to the side, come up here and move to the side. All right? Here we go. Ready? Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hach, ku, ju. On the side, each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hach, ku, ju. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hachi, ku, and sanju. Good, awesome. I'm not telling you to go outside and fall on rocks and rattlesnakes today, or in the cactus garden, or even go out in the street. But I am telling you that we're going to do it in a way that's going to help you just to kind of get used to that feel and that environment of not having mats underneath you, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go, and I'm going to do it all on the mat today, but it's no big deal. These mats are not real thick. All right, but here's the thing. I'm going to do it, and it's going to sound like waka, all right, big, loud, break, fall, slap. And then I'm going to do it and kind of show you how to dissipate the energy, okay? So we're going down here like this here, and we're going to be doing our back break, fall, squatting down. From here, I cross my arms, and I go straight back. Remember, I don't want to kind of sit on my tail. I want to roll back here. I want to roll, and then up, all right? When I go back now, you heard that big slap. Next one, I'm just gonna kind of breathe and not even slap that much, okay? So I'm right here, I'm gonna go back. See that? The slap helps, of course, to dissipate the energy, but sometimes I don't want to slap super, super hard. Might not need to. I'm more concerned about not making big clunking sounds, like a lot of different sounds, because that means hard parts of my body are hitting the mat at the same time, okay? So we're gonna try that again. Let's do 5 of those. Ready? Here we go. Each. Knee. Good tripod stand up. San. Chi. Go. See how my head and shoulders are still not hitting the mat? Just like that. Good. Awesome. Good. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do from standing, okay? Same situation. I'm just going to go backwards, but I'm not going to come back here and go back like this here. Sounds nice. All right. Well, we're just going to kind of roll back. I'm going to go walk back, slide my foot behind me, and then I'm going to roll, then up. So it kind of looks like this, not kind of, it actually looks like this, where I come here, and I'm just kind of letting my energy dissipate without having to slap the mat super hard. Slapping the mat's important, don't get me wrong, slapping the ground's important, but there can be times, if you do it right, that you don't have to, and it's more about trying to control yourself down to the ground. That's what we're working today. But here we go. Each. Knee. San. Chi. Go. Awesome. Good. All right. Next, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing our side break fall. Yoko Ukemi. Okay? Same situation. We started laying on the ground. Now we're squatting down. Here, just like this. I could take this leg and pick it up and go. But, again, I'm not going to. All right? I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to take the leg across and slide it down. Just like this. And technical stand. And the other side. Good. San. Chi. Go. Rope. Good. Stand up. Good. Now we're going to go from standing. Same situation. All right. I could come inside here, throw the leg out. Big fall. Don't need to. Those are good. Don't get me wrong. We're slowing it down a little bit, trying to control ourselves down to the mat. So we're going to go Ichi. See, just rolling it out. Knee. San. Make sure we don't put our hand on the mat. Just kind of let the whole body go down, but control it down. Chi. Go. And rope. Good job. Okay, so look, we talked already about the tape, all right? If you have this tape, it's great. If you have electrical tape, it works too. All right, whatever you do, do not leave the tape down after you do the drill. Right? Take it up, clean up after yourselves, right? Really important, all right? If you get to go outside and you have like a sidewalk you can use your sidewalk chalk. Ask mom and dad, please. Make sure you clear all this stuff with mom and dad. And don't get me in trouble. Anyway, okay, so look. What we're going to do is take the tape. You guys have seen this before. We do it at the academy. It helps you, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start. Just look at my feet, Joe. All right? I'm setting it up for me, okay? So here's my right foot. I'm going to put my toe right there. Here's my left foot. I'm going to put my toe right there. All right? Now from here, I'm going to put another mark to act like this is somebody else's foot right here. All right? And I'm not really too concerned about their other foot, okay? So I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to have to take my foot on this angle, the tape, and then I'm going to take my other foot and put it here, all right? At the academy, you use all this different color tape, all right? But you don't really need it if you know what you're doing, okay? So my foot is here, my toe is here. See the green tape? I know you can't, it's kind of hard to see because of the wood. But I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to move it. See the angle that I put it just like that there? And then I'm going to take my left foot. See the other piece of tape? I'm not worried about that one. I'm going to take my left foot and put it right there. So both of my feet now are right here, just like this here. See where I'm at? And then I'm going to come back. So it is 2 moves. 2. I'm going to go 1 and 2. I'm going to go again. 1 and 2. That is it. Step back. We're going to go 1 and 2. All right? Look, we talked about if you had a hanger and you had the over the door hook, that's awesome. All right? That's a really cool thing to have. Okay? You can take this, you can put it up. Practicing good social distancing stuff, all right? So anyway, my gi is here, right? So I'm not going to hold on like this here. I want to move at the same time. Does that make sense? And we're going to practice uchikomi on a throw that we just did about a month ago called morete siwe nage. It's a 2-handed shoulder throw. Really good throw, all right, for jiu-jitsu and judo because I'm not coming like ippon siwe nage where I come here and if I get messed up here, they can take me and look, this guy chokes me out. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. All right, so this one, when I come around, this hand comes, remember. I make that fist and I drive my elbow across all the way under his other arm. And this hand here, I'm going to go on the inside. I don't go underneath. Remember, we talked about with Sensei Model when he came in. Great grip that he showed was on the inside. Very awesome grip right here. Just like this. And I go on the inside. So that way when I lift the elbow, I have inside arm control. Just like in wrestling, when I come in, single tie on I want this inside control here. This helps me go underneath, shoot in, stuff like that. Same situation here for a judo, okay? So when I come inside here, I step with my right foot and I get my hand and then I come around and I'm inside. Notice now my feet are right where they're supposed to be. And I'm all the way against the door. But the other thing you notice, we just talked about at the beginning of class, Shizen Huntai, Jigo Huntai. How far my knees are bent. I'm here. I don't ever start right here. We never start here. We're here. All right? When I come in, I even get lower. So when I step here, look all of a sudden how low I am. And then when I turn, look how low I become now. My knees are really bent. I want to get my hips below my friend's hips. So when I come here like this here, I come inside, I step, and turn. That's 1. I come back. And I step and turn. And notice, look where I'm looking. I've checked the time, and I'm looking over here. Notice again, everything is turning. If I could throw this door, I would throw this door over this way, because that's where I'm projecting. All right? I don't want to come here and stop like this and look, say, how am I doing, Mom? How am I doing that? No. You're going to turn all the way. See? I know I love looking at the camera, but when I come inside here, I'm not looking at the camera anymore. All right? So if I don't have the gi, if you don't have the hanger, you don't have the over-the-door hook, we said it's not a huge deal. You can still do your uchikomi. You just act like it is. This entry is an entry for a lot of throws, a ton of throws. All right, hip throws, shoulder throws, leg throws, all those. This entry is for that, all right? So I'm just gonna come here and just get low every single time. You come back, each, ni, san, shi. Again, look, I'm all the way bumped up against here. Go, ro, shi, hachi. Get the knees down. Ku, ju. All right? And you just do that over and over and over. I want you to do at least 30 of those. And 30 is not enough. So do 50. Actually, 50 is not enough. Do 100. All right?
Lord have mercy.
100 is not enough. I want you to do it till the sun goes down. No, I'm just kidding. Just do it a lot. All right? The more you do it, the better you're going to get. All right? So I want you guys to keep working. Remember, live life on purpose. And Josiah?
Never quit.
My bad. Stay right there. Ready? Kyokusei. Kamiza ni, wherever that is. Ready?
Ray.
Shimoseki ni. There he is. Sensei ni. Us.
Woos.
Man, we got to keep it happening.
And
Good job, guys.
handshake.
No. Social distancing, fist bump.
Oh.